Hello, our beloved daughters. This is again Musasizi Stephen, your geography and math teacher. I want us to look at this time about the effect of mountains on climate. What do you think do mountains affect the climate of an area? So if you look at the illustration beside, you can see a very big mountain and there comes winds moving towards the mountain from that's now the windward side. You can see what has been formed is condensation or condensing of water vapor, and afterwards, of course, we shall begin receiving rainfall. That's on your left, that's the windward side. And if you go the other side across, it means therefore that the air is dry and no longer holding any moisture in it. So what is expected on that side is that we shall have a dry condition, and that's now the windward side. So one of the effects of mountains on a climate is that they modify temperature through a process known as lapse rate. You already know that the higher you go, the cooler it becomes, or the lower the temperature. So that's what we call the lapse rate. The temperature keeps on reducing as you go higher the mountain. Another effect is that it influences rainfall distribution. Like as I've said, on the windward side, there will be rainfall and the dry conditions on the leeward side. This is a very good illustration, like as I've explained. Importance of mountains. I hope you can get, or within a minute, think of the importance of mountains. So one of them, of course, can be they modify climate through formation of rainfall on the leeward side. You can see the illustration. It can also bring towards, so acts as a source of tourist attraction, hence foreign exchange to those countries. I mean the countries where the mountain is existing. Another importance can be it boosts farming due to volcanic fertile soils. A good example is the Ethiopian highland. So it possesses what we call volcanic soils, and therefore this one can boost farming. Next, it can favor lumbering activities on the windward side, which receive rainfall. So that side where you've seen the heavy rainfall coming up, of course trees are going to come up and definitely there will be lumbering. Next could be a source of rivers, and you know rivers do provide water for many purposes. One of them could be irrigation, even for home use and industrial use too. Problems faced by people living near mountains. I hope you can observe that illustration. These are some of the problems people are going to face, especially if they are living near mountains. You can see the steep slopes can limit construction of communication lines For example, roads, railway lines. Next could be a problem of mass wasting, like landslides. See that picture? Are you seeing the landslides and mud flow caused by the heavy rainfall? Sometimes it can also lead to rockfall, and this one destroys property and even people's lives. During heavy rains, of course, you can also experience floods. And you know what floods can do? They tend to destroy property, and sometimes even people lose their lives. There's also occurrence of soil erosion caused by the steep slopes. The illustration you see here is some bit of erosion taking place due to the heavy rains. And if you look at this picture critically, you can see some forests and rocks, and these forests, of course, will have what we call wild animals and reptiles. So this one is a danger also if you are staying in such areas. As you've seen the other side of the windward, I mean the leeward, there is of course shortage of rainfall, and this one limits agriculture as another problem. Solutions to the above problems. Now if you are to get the problem solution, you are supposed to base on the problems. So you give a solution solving a problem. Like here, one of them I said is by application of terracing and contour planning along the steep slopes. So what are you solving here? You'll be solving the problem of soil erosion by also carrying out afforestation and reforestation along steep slopes. Also, this one solves the problem of soil erosion, mud flow, among others. Then another solution could be, especially the leeward side, by application of irrigation to boost crop growing. Whereas that this side is limited with the rainfall. Therefore, of course, if you are to carry out irrigation, then you'll be able to boost crop growing. There is use of animal transport and construction of winding roads along the steep slopes to improve on transport. So such areas are at times very difficult to set up the communication line. So a solution to that is by use of animal transport. And since these are hilly places, you can still set up winding roads along the steep slopes. Then there is deployment of security organs to those insecure areas to improve security. In most cases, places which are not easy to access, sometimes rebels tend to make use of them. So in the short or long run, they will bring insecurity. So the solution to that is to secure, at least put security organs to improve on the security. So the conclusion is that now, based on what we have looked at, we have seen the effects of mountains on climate, their importance, problems, and as well as solution to the problems. Once again, I want to thank you for listening to me, and I refer to you to our website as seen below. I thank you very much. God bless you.